Prindable's Apples, who is again a sponsors of the Housewares Foundation, Living for Giving, that we're celebrating tonight. They had a fall collection in that show and no other. Yeah. So here's a chance to do something wonderful. When we think of harvest and Thanksgiving, we think of the bounty of food on our table, but not everyone can put that bounty of food on their table. And so here's our chance to help those we know and those we don't know. This is truly a chance to share the love of family. So our family includes Mrs. Prindables and has been for years at QVC, and my buddy Lori Shore. Awesome. We're the mommy of daughters, and we're proud and happy to be there. Even as they're getting grown up, they're still our babies after all these years.
To be here. Oh my goodness.
This is new.
This is new. And you know what's so fun about, I think all the items in the show, but I'll speak specifically about Mrs. Prindables. We get the joy of giving Mrs. Prindables any old time, right? To be able to be associated with giving nationwide like this. So I love the combination of the fact, I mean, and from my perspective, of course, the ultimate thing is the Living for Giving opportunity. But in the meantime, hopefully you can find people you can give these individual apples to single out and care for.
And it gives twice.
Yeah, and it gives twice.
So let's bring you into the 9-piece individual size autumn caramel apples. We thank Mrs. Prindables for generously donating this to the event tonight. A minimum of 70%. Honestly, if I last year it was more. Purchase price goes to Feeding America. And will you take us through these beautiful flavors?
It is
By the
such
way,
a thrill.
This is a show where not everything stays in stock, so please get it in your cart and click checkout.
I'm so excited. This is one of the few times you will see an autumn, fall-inspired assortment of apples. So this is specifically for right now. I don't know if you know this. This is the first time on air with an item that can ship out immediately.
Oh,
so this is the first crop of the season. All Granny Smith Orchard Fresh apples. We're going to start, let's start at the bottom. This is our most classic flavor. This is roasted peanuts. This tends to be one of my favorite flavors of the year because it takes advantage of the pure, crunchy apple underneath, that Granny Smith, the warm flavor of the caramels, and in this case, roasted peanuts and festive sprinkles. That's flavor number one. 3 of these individually wrapped. You get adhesive tags that you can put on that wrapping. Next up, we went from our most classic to our most popular flavor. This is our triple chocolate, white milk, dark chocolate chips, leaf-shaped sprinkles on top, and as always, the caramel and the apple right at the very bottom. So we have our most classic, our most popular, and brand new, and this is the one I was cutting into. The very top is apple pie apples. I don't think I've had the joy of ever cutting this up for you and giving you a shot.
I'm so excited, and I'm just thinking that, at least for me, the time of year that we think about caramel apples, I think about my mom. She was a nutritionist, so she fed people.
I didn't know this.
She fed people in hospitals. She fed children that, you know, were dealing with different situations in their lives. But what I think of is my mom stirring that pot of caramel on the stove when once a year we were able to get a caramel apple.
Yes.
But this is now your mom doing this for you. I do have an update for everyone. We're very busy. I was supposed to tell you there are 1,800 left. We now have 1,500 left. And also, this is on sale. So if you're just tuning in, we're really busy right now for this and everything in the show. It's such a joy. I get choked when I think of my honey, my David. We've been best friends for 30 years. And we used to do Fanny Shoes on sale together.
I remember.
Which was an amazing moment. And the other day, in a little survey, someone said, sum up your company QVC in one word. And I didn't have to think. I wrote family.
Oh, true.
Because you're our family. You're our family.
I feel
Honey and I
it.
are family. And when you're thinking about what you're doing tonight, you're treating someone to something wonderful. But then you're also giving back. Every dollar
it's so
is
exciting.
10 meals.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it.
I find that thrilling, and so many times when we contribute maybe to a food bank or a food soup kitchen or something, it's our local one. And what's so amazing about QVC, the country is our local one.
200.
My word.
200 food banks, food kitchens. But
okay,
let's dive into all of these. And I always say this woman confidently cuts into every apple because what's the Prindable story? Maybe you're new and you're watching QVC and you say, okay, this is the reason why I'm going to shop for the first time, as it should be.
By the way, you've got to try this new
apple
pie flavor. Yes, that's when we talk about it.
Okay.
We pioneered the gourmet caramel apple. So that caramel apple you loved growing up, now experience it with the freshest, crunchiest apples. That homemade caramel, isn't that dynamite?
It's literally a slice
apple pie.
of Mom's apple pie.
Yeah, and it's from
Honey,
those pieces.
a slice of Mom's apple pie.
Is it autumn in a bite?
Yes, it's autumn in a bite.
Cheers,
the brown pieces are like pie crust inspired, warm spices like cinnamon.
All right, hands in the air, ladies.
Yay!
Happy dance,
I
happy
love
dance.
it. Woo!
Happy apple dance.
This tastes like fresh baked apple pie.
Doesn't it? But with a brightness that you don't always get with an apple pie, I
A
think.
real brightness that you
Yeah.
don't always get because of the fresh apple.
Right.
And if you
Exactly.
serve these a wee bit cold,
Come on.
even better.
I mean, you know how my husband found the burgers in the freezer, tied up in another bag?
Digging for them.
Do not touch. One time I had Prindable's apples, and they were a fall theme
Yeah.
for my
Oh,
daughter's
wow.
class. And when I went to take them to school, a good number of them were gone. It is because someone ate them. That would be my husband. After that, I used to hide it in the vegetable drawer so no one would take my Prindables.
No one would take it. Hey, remember, when you're buying Prindables tonight, you're doing something very, very important for people who are food compromised. There are so many people in this country who go to bed hungry every night. We live in one of the richest countries in the world, but yet there are still people that are going to bed hungry every night. Your purchase tonight can make a real difference in the
Yes.
lives of those people that need it most.
Right.
And they're never going to ask for help.
No, no.
We just need to provide the help.
And think about what an angel you are tonight, that you're paying forward. You're putting food on their table at a time of year when we really focus so much on food
The
simply
next
by shopping.
Right,
the next
right.
time you think, I have too much to eat and I need to lose weight, I want you to remember the people who go to bed and their tummies ache
Yeah.
because they don't have enough to eat.
Yeah.
That's what this program is all about. Ladies, please continue. I just had to come and get some apple pie.
Honey, it is so good.
And as David was talking, I got to say, doesn't this topic overwhelm you sometimes?
Yes.
And to know sometimes I'm so overwhelmed I don't know where to start.
Right.
And to know that QVC's made it easy. Thank you so much, by the way.
And thank you to Mrs. Prindables for being part of the National Housewares Foundation that makes this Living for Giving show possible. These
thrill.
apples were donated. 70% of your purchase price. Well, let's stop because it's sold out.
Thank you
you,
so
Lori.
much. Oh, Jane, appreciate you
Thank
so
you.
much.
So we have